He said, but I tell you what I didn't do. I didn't get the brakes beat off me.
Really?
38-3.
Yeah, right. 0-8.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you said BA's your guy. That's interesting,
Yeah, I
Shannon.
love BA.
Interesting. He's got a lot to say, and we're going to get right to it. The Bucs are still a problem with Arians criticizing Brady.
No, because this is who he is. Tom Brady had to have known what he was getting himself into, and this is what I tried to explain to people. I said, now, when BA offers his harsh critique and his analysis of Tom play, how is he going to accept that? Because we've seen him, Skip, openly do this to Jameis. Now, the problem, see, the people, Skip Baylesses of the world, is think because Brady...
There's only one.
No, but you have a big supporter. You have a large base that believes like you, because Tom Brady has won 6 Super Bowls, because he's been to 9, he's above reproach. How dare you correct him? How dare you openly criticize his play? Tom Brady has to be right. And BA says he's absolutely wrong. Now, and I told you this was going to happen. I said, now, how is he going to respond? He's not happy with this. Coach Belichick never, now, Skip, in the locker room, I mean, we having conversations and team meeting, that's one thing, and it didn't get out to a later date and time. But to have the media and to have BA say this and they get it, Tom Brady is seething. Never said, yeah, I understand that I have to play. And he'll say everything. He'll say he'll try to keep it in the quarterback, the professional, the CEO as he is. He's going to try to keep it as up above the board as possible. But you know underneath, he's seething. He's seething because it bothered him. Now, he said Mike Evans was open a bunch. Now, what do you think Mike Evans is thinking? Because Mike Evans has been saying this all along. Now, what they tried to do was appease Mike by giving him 2 targets in the end zone. Because as Mike sees his production go down, he's like, well, at least I do have 7. At least I do have 8 touchdowns. But then he sees what Devontae Adams is doing. He sees what all these other receivers are doing. He's like, hold on, wait a minute. When I had Jameis, I was getting these targets like this, and I was in the consideration as one of the better receivers. Nobody even mentions Mike Evans now. So, Skip, I knew this was going to be a problem if Brady at any point in time struggled, because BA doesn't have a filter. That's what it is. And the thing that it shouldn't be a problem to Tom. The only way it should be a problem to Tom, if he had this conversation, when he picks up the phone, he calls Jason Light, I think that's the general manager, and he calls BA. And they have a conversation. He says, now, Bruce, I don't probably, but everybody calls him BA. BA, this is yada, yada, yada. This is what I like. Because that's what I did when I went to Baltimore. I had to sit down with Brian Billick in his office. He says, okay. I said, Brian, look, I don't have a problem with you coaching me publicly. I don't have a problem with you criticizing me. I said, but don't curse me. That's all I ask. You want to coach me in front of the team? Have at it. But Skip Bayless thinks Tom Brady is beyond reproach, and this shouldn't happen to him. But this is who he is. BA is 68, if I'm not mistaken. He's 68 years of age. The likelihood of a man in his late 60s pivoting from what he's been his entire life is not very good. So I don't have a problem with it. I told you your guy didn't play well. You making excuses. There are no excuses to be made. He didn't play well. The end.
Obviously, you don't have a problem with this because you sit across from me on a daily basis ridiculing the greatest player ever to play the hardest position in sports, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. You ridicule him on a daily basis, so now you're loving it because all the Brady haters out there, and they have come out of hiding full force and full throat, they can now say, look, even his head coach is ridiculing him, because this is just straight ridicule. This is just... The disrespect here is just disgusting to me, because I can't help asking this question. Who the hell is Bruce Arians? I ask that question because it deserves to get asked right here today. What has he ever done to deserve this? Who is he? How many Super Bowls has he won?
Skip, he hasn't won any. But Tom Brady hitched his pickup truck and drove his butt down to Central Florida, so it tells me something about BA.
He hitched it to 2 Pro Bowl receivers. and he hitched it to 2 stud tight ends. He's lost one of them, O.J. Howard, for the rest of the year. And he hitched it to a team that he saw had a defense on the rise that could be a playoff caliber defense.
Sure.
Was not on Sunday night at home against New Orleans. So real quick, let's look at, I can't call him B.A. He doesn't deserve any nicknames.
You're going to call him Bruce?
He's just Bruce Arians to me. This man is 1-2 as a head coach in the playoffs. 1-2. This man, once upon a time in 1974, actually was the starting quarterback for Virginia Tech when they ran the wishbone.
Yeah.
He threw that whole season 3 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. He completed 44% of his passes, and he has the audacity. He dares to sit back and take shots at Tom Brady, the obvious GOAT of quarterbacks. And why does he do it? Because he has an ego even bigger than Tom Brady's, and it is completely undeserved. His ego was built because he has coached 4 very good to great quarterbacks. He coached, let's see, Peyton Manning. He coached, let's see, Andrew Luck. He coached Carson Palmer, and he coached Big Ben Roethlisberger. I just named 3 guys who were the first overall pick in the draft. I named another one, Big Ben Roethlisberger, who's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He was the 11th overall pick in the draft, and help me out. Do you really believe that Bruce Arians made any of those 4 quarterbacks any better than they were going to be? No!
But here's the thing. He got all of those guys early in their career so they could handle this kind of harsh critique. You're getting Tom Brady in year 21.
Well, he's handled it fine. He's not going to fire back.
No, but I'm saying, behind this is a conversation.
I'm sure he is seething.
Right.
I would agree with you. But I got to tell you, people around this league now in the know, people inside other franchises, that they're looking on Bruce Arians right now as just coming off as foolish, buffoonish, clownish. All that was blame deflection. Every time they lose a big game, and they have lost now the opener to New Orleans, they lost at Chicago, and then New Orleans at home. Right. 2 big division games against your arch rival. You lost those games. He has criticized Tom Brady after each of those games as if to say, don't look at me. I didn't do it. He did it. I'm just the head coach. Did the Tampa Bay Buccaneers look ready to play on Sunday night? No, they did not. Were they smelling themselves, as you would say? Were they starting to believe the hype? Were they ready psychologically to match firepower with a division rival that was flying under the radar all week? They were not. Does the head coach deserve some of the blame for that? You better believe that he does, because they were as flat as pancakes coming right out of the gate on Sunday night. I tweeted it within 2 minutes of the game. They were not ready to play at the Saints level.
Well, the question that I have for you and those others that think like you, if BA gets criticism for not having them ready to play, I don't hear you guys talk about BA getting credit when Tom Brady plays well. When he throws those 5 touchdowns against San Diego, y'all ain't mentioned BA.
I ask you again, who the hell is BA?
You know who he is.
Who the hell is he?
Hold on, Skip.
What is he? What has he done to deserve any credit or blame either way, to tell you the truth?
But
he's along for the greatest ride of his life. He should drop to his knees every night and thank God that at age 68, Tom Brady fell out of heaven into his lap in Tampa Bay.
Skip.
Seriously.
Skip, first of all, you criticize Coach Belichick all the time. You said he was a lacrosse player. The greatest coaches weren't the greatest players.
No doubt.